Hello everybody, my name is Tiara White and this is my speech on the classical period of music. The classical period of music was an era that lasted from approximately 1730 to 1820, although variations on it extended well into the middle of the 19th century. Classical period composers and performers came from Europe, but it did not take long for the music to find its way to European colonies around the globe. Many composers and musicians were based in the Austrian capital of Vienna, which was the musical center of Europe during the time period. Fashion in the classical period for women consisted of skirts and jacket style as a day-to-day outfit, which was very practical and tactful, recalling the working class woman. Women's fashions followed classical ideas, and stiffly boned stays were abandoned in favor for softer, less boned corsets. This natural figure was emphasized by being able to see the body beneath the clothing, and visible breasts were also part of the classical look. The classical period music background arrived after the Baroque period and was followed by the Romantic period. Music of the classical period differed from that of the Baroque by becoming less complex and more elegant, and having a lighter, clearer texture. The notion of melody became more prominent. The orchestra began to increase in size too, meaning more variety in pitch was possible, and greater power and range. While vocal music such as comic opera gained popularity, it was instrumental music that dominated this period. All of the instruments continued to develop, but one of the most notable changes was we saw how the harpsichord fell out of use and was instead replaced by the piano, and the keyboard instruments were no longer the base of the orchestra as they had been in the Baroque era. The orchestra itself became a lot more standardized, but was smaller than we could see in the Romantic era that's coming up. The last part of my speech was on my song choices. My first song that I chose for classical period music is wrote by Mozart, and it's called The Magic Flute. It was for a suburban theater in Vienna. As well as being a comedy, The Magic Flute is an expression of Mozart's profound spiritual beliefs. Enlightenment concerned with the search for wisdom and virtue are the heart of this enchanting tale. The Magic Flute was an instant success with audiences, and Mozart's supposed rival described it as a great opera. I chose this piece because I enjoyed the visual that went along with the music. This particular song by Mozart is one of his more famous pieces. The music is filled with emotion, and I love how the lead singer releases everything she has to perform the whole song. Reenacting the song in a play shows the audience true passion and desire as the two women go back and forth on the screen. The second video I chose was from artist Lang Lang, and he performs Beethoven's Für Elise on the Lang Lang Steinway Black Diamond Limited Edition piano. Lang Lang says about this piece, "For me it is very romantic and light, like a feather. It has to come from nowhere and it has to touch people. It can't just be treated as background music. I've tried to play the piece as the masterpiece that it is, and I hope that children who begin learning Für Elise will treat it the same way." And I chose this video because the more I listen to Lang Lang, the more I'm amazed by him. It's difficult to describe, but when he plays, he gives the piano direction. He can give notes, weight, or make them fly. He can stretch them and make them bounce and rebound. He is an artist at the highest level. He knows how to capture a listener deep with his piano skills. My comparison to both videos would be they are both well-known pieces in the classical musical era. They both have a lot of emotion in the song as it is being played out for the listener to hear. Both songs require a sense of obedience as you follow along with the melody. For me, it is almost therapeutic and relaxing, even though you do have high pitches in the first video. Both artists put every bit of emotion into the music, leaving us feeling empowered. In contrast to both videos, I would say the first video by Mozart is fiercer, with the tone in the singer's voice going up and down, with the instruments playing in the background. The second video didn't have any words, but played the piano in a very swift way, harmonizing with the other keys to bring out a beautiful outcome known by many viewers. Mozart uses more instruments in his music, whereas Beethoven used just this one. Mozart has a theatrical video to go along with this reenactment, but Beethoven is known by more people all over the world and all over the nation, and it's played by all age groups learning the piano. Overall, I think that both song choices are excellent, and I would recommend them to anyone interested in learning about the classical musical era.